Hello guys, this is something a little odd. It's one of my little inventions, and I don't really say on the channel that I do inventing, but I have said that I do like electronics, and one of those things is building things out of electronics, using things like Raspberry Pis, or just general circuits and stuff, and just general tat. This is one of them. This is my newest and latest thingamabob. As some of you may know, I have a full-size police box, or I did, until part of a tree fell on it and it had to be taken down. But we're getting a new one. But until then, yeah. And it had a phone in it which I built, which had a hotline to another phone so that you could call it. You could call the police box, which is very good. If you're wondering what this is a dummy circuit for a traffic light system, which I will be doing a video on in the future, hopefully. But this is what I've done with a few bits of tat. So this is the phone out of the police box. Obviously no longer on its little pedestal. But oh well. And what this is, I recently ascertained this, which is a tangent fire bell. And a tangent bell has the metal bell section exposed on the outside, attached to a base with one screw going through it essentially, and then there's a hammer, tiny little hammer about yay big, that just hits it repetitively. And the way it works inside is just a simple idea of, it's a mechanical device at the back here, so that when it's an electromagnetic coil, so when the lever, I'm using it when you give it power, it will either go forward or backward, but let's say if it goes backward, it will hit a switch, and that will reverse the polarity, making it go forward. And then when it goes forward, it releases the switch, and the way the circuit's hooked up is that when the switch is released, it reverses the polarity again, so it pulls it back. And then of course it happens again and again, and of course that makes the ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding, and so this metal rod, acting as like a hammer, does that on the inside, and it's extremely loud. It only operates on 12 volts, so it doesn't really matter much. Then it's on this box, which I've had to cover up a little bit because it's got a name or something, but it's an old suggestion box, and I've turned this into a little telephone box. And you may not know, but there was these things called police posts or fire posts, which were like police boxes and things, but they were just boxes on stands with a light on top and a bell inside, which, you know, it's basically it's a police box or fire box, but you can't get in it. And it was very good because it's a suggestion box, but it's got a key on it. Funnily enough, you turn it that way to open it. I've opened it up, and as you can see inside, I put a phone. This is the only phone I have that would fit in there. I've got a few phones that I've to be used in projects. This phone is the only one that I can find that fits in there. And then I have all this wire, all these wires and stuff. And I'll explain this switch in a minute. All those wires and bits and bobs go up that slot there. That was where the suggestions fell in. But I will be covering that up with a firebox sign. I'll print that off the internet and laminate it. This is rather important little gizmo, and I'll explain that in a minute. This is a small switch. It looks like an illuminated LED switch. It's not. If you go online and look on eBay, and you'll find probably the cheapest switches around, they'll be labelled as LED illuminated toggle switches. They're not. They are illuminated, but they're incandescent bulbs in there, which is why they only run on 12 volts. They are very dim, they're very dingy, so you might as well only use them as switches. But like I said, they're the cheapest around, so they just work as switches, so I got a whole load of them. Anyway, so that's what I've got there. I will show this working eventually, don't worry. Then coming out the back of the suggestion box, we have two cables. And going into this little splitter are the two cables. There's a white and a black. The white cable, as you can see, they are just telephone connectors. If you're in America, that'll look really odd, but yeah. The white connector goes to the fan, the bell. and the black connector goes to the phone. Then over here we have another little there we go. We've got a hacked connector there, and the reason it's hacked is so that you can have indicators and stuff in there, and I had a little control panel in the police box, and that was connected through here, which will show you what calls were going where and stuff, because you can add more than one other phone on this system. You know, all you have to do is expand it, because of course you've got another one on top. So yeah, that goes on there. This in there, you could put another splitter and run it over to other phones in the system, so it's completely expandable. Is that a word? I don't know. Anyway, that white wire goes into this box, which looks really tatty and messy. In there is some magic, and coming out of there we got this cable that goes into this. This is the master phone. For the telephone network to work, this master phone has to be active, and by that I will explain very soon. And the rotary dial does do something in part of this system, which is really fun. And then here we have this is a little transformer, as you can see, and it is a 13.5 volt transformer, which is obviously a very odd value. I mean, 12 volts, but 13.5? 13 is odd enough, but 0.5, really? Do you need that 0.5? Anyway, let's plug it in. Remember, if you're not that electrically aware, you're probably thinking, oh God, he's putting mains through this, it's going to kill him. Don't worry, it's not, because it's a transformer, it is going to. And it's a step-down transformer, which is always nice. I don't want to step-up transformer. Step-down transformer, so it's taking this AC 240 volts and turning it into DC 13.5 volts, which is, funnily enough, that thing over there can run on, that bell can run on 12 to 24 volts, so that kind of was it fine. The version box suddenly booted up. Right, let's do this. So I'm going to now switch on power, and immediately, as you can see, nothing is happening. This is to be expected. If you're wondering, if some of you are really weird, that is a real key, look. It's all exciting. Right. So now I can pick up this phone. You might be able to hear it. A buzzing noise. That's just buzzing. It's interference from the power supply. So that's supposed to be there. Let's put the handset there. But of course, we picked up the handset and we want to contact this box here. We want to make this bell ring, essentially. That's where the rotary dial, I said this works. This does something. This is where it comes into play. If I dial a number, any number whatsoever, so I'm going to dial 1. I'll point the camera over there. And it's good fun because you can make it sound like an actual phone. There you go. Anyway, so you can take your number, and if you dial 0, it takes ages, and it is agitating. So yeah, the bell goes off. There isn't just the same clip it is if I just bring it closer. You see it vibrating? Hopefully you can. That's by Gent, if I haven't said already, and Gent are an amazing fire corporation. You know, not fire, but you know, they make fire bells and fire alarms, and I think they make fire extinguishers and stuff. Anyway, so yeah, then the person who's on the other line who keeps getting that can open the door and pick up the handset. And this is where things need are a little bit different. Because if I... Hold on, let me just... I'm going to try and think of a way of doing this. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I've worked out how I'm doing it. So, anyway, like I said, they've rung the bell, and it's all amazing. So, we'll go from that bit again. Hooray! They rang the bell. They can pick up this. And, basically, I don't know. Oh, yeah, that was how I was going to do it. If I now lie these together, can you hear that? That's feedback, so you know that they're now connected. Hold on, how am I going to... Oh, here we are. If I put the microphone there and rub the microphone here, if I speak in here, hello, hello, hopefully you'll be able to tell the difference. I'm rubbing the microphone on the floor now, so you should hear that. Anyway, yeah, so there's that. However, I did identify, because I have another one of these extension cables for phone lines, and I did identify that the distance reduced the volume quite considerably when the bell obviously is in use, because the bell takes up quite a lot of the current itself. So I added this switch, which is a mute switch to disable the bell, so that when you dial the number, if I flick the switch up like that, and pick up the handset, no dial, as you can see, nothing. But at the same time, the moment I do that, volume is dramatically increased. Hopefully you can hear that. So, yeah. Also, you can see inside that the power also powers all the little features on the digital phone, including hands-free, which is really cool. So I can press that button there, and it's now hands-free. How awesome is that? I'm really proud of this, and I really hope that you guys like it. There you go, and when I put the handset down, cuts off the line. If you have any questions concerning this, or if you would like me to publish a circuit diagram so that you can build your own, it is not hard. It does not include any active electronics whatsoever. There's not even a relay operating this. It is all managed by the components inside the telephones themselves and the bell. If you want me to publish a circuit diagram, I will do that. And yeah, I'll do a proper circuit diagram. I'll publish it online. I'll put it in a link in a future video for you. But unless someone doesn't want, unless someone asks me for that, I don't see why I should bother. But if you do want to build your own, don't hesitate to contact me. Put something comment in the comments below, because I will, get back to you. Promise. Yeah, I hope you liked it. I will hopefully be putting up a few other videos concerning other inventions, because I haven't covered a lot of my stuff really. But yeah, I hope you liked it. See you later. Oh, and I will be putting a video up when this thing has a new cover instead of suggestion box. Still kind of looks quite cool though, doesn't it? I mean, then again, a suggestion box where to say, to give a suggestion, you have to call someone. That's awesome. In fact, that's a brilliant idea. Only then again, who's going to phone back about your suggestion? But hey, hope you liked it. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. I'm now on Twitter. That's 0105Chaz with a Z, and you'll be able to tell it's me because I have this little face, and it says in my bio that I like crispy tacos, which I do. So, yeah. See ya.